idea influences a change. A change influences a life. With a planned, convenient and chaos-free urban transport, an entity that has crossed many miles, accomplished dreams, is steering ahead towards the sustainability of urban transport. Sustainable Urban Transport Project, India. At present, 30% of India's population lives in urban areas and is anticipated to increase to 40% by 2021. As a result of the drastic increase in population and economic activity, India has experienced a tremendous growth of motorized vehicles. The total number of motorized vehicles in India increased from 52.37 million in 2000 to 121.63 million in 2011. That is an average growth rate of 9% per year.
Ministry of Urban Development firmly believes that the planned growth of cities is essential for growth and development of the country. Cities are engines of economic growth and sustainable urban transport provides that platform. Therefore, the Sustainable Urban Transport Project, which has been launched by the Ministry in collaboration with the World Bank and several states and cities since 2010, has been a very landmark effort of the Ministry.
Achieving a sustainable urban transport system has become a primary objective with the adoption of National Urban Transport Policy (NUTP) by the Government of India, envisaged to move people rather than vehicles. Efforts to reduce or contain environmental impacts form an important component of this objective.
A project which was conceived after years of conceptualization as a unique project for taking up demonstration projects for sustainable urban transport in order to have the National Urban Transport Policy implemented at the ground level, and also to take up the huge capacity building efforts which are required in the field of urban transport, because urban transport is a new subject as far as India is concerned and its nuances are not widely understood at the city level and the state level and also at the central government level. The aim is to set a chain of controlled, I would say, nuclear reaction in terms of taking up sustainable urban transport projects in the demonstration cities so that they can be replicated all over India.
NUTP aims to make people occupy center stage in cities, and all plans will be for the common benefit and well-being. It intends to make our cities the most livable in the world and enable them to become the engines of economic growth. It also aims to allow our cities to evolve into an urban form that is best suited for the unique geography of its locations. The SUTP program is an outcome of this realization that we need to build the capacity for implementing urban transport at national, state and local level. Ministry of Urban Development has initiated SUTP along with Ministry of Environment and Forest with the support of Global Environment Facility UNDP and the World Bank to foster a long-term partnership between Government of India and state and local governments in the implementation of greener environment under the ambit of the NUTP. The aim of the project is to achieve a paradigm shift in India's urban transport systems in favor of sustainable development. The project will address the challenges faced against making the transport sector sustainable. Implementation of measures to advance public and non-motorized transport will enhance accessibility, while capacity building, technical advice and other aspects of the project will assist local government's ability to effectively manage public transport service delivery over the long term. The SUTP consists of 3 components. Component 1 has 2 segments: Component 1A is capacity building for institutions and individuals. Component 1B is technical assistance to Ministry of Urban Development to improve national, state and local capacity to implement National Urban Transport Policy. Component 2 comprises demonstration projects in cities, and lastly, Component 3 is for strengthening of Project Management Unit. SUTP has many firsts in India. Multilateral agencies in transport sector involving World Bank and UNDP. Multi-city urban transport program. Moving train concept which allows more cities to join the project at a later stage. Oversight mechanism and auditing system.
The main effort is to reduce or to contain somehow the environmental impact of increasing urban transport in our cities. It's a unique project, and there are so many toolkits and models, documents are being prepared under this project, and after these are completed, this will be disseminated to the cities. It will enhance the knowledge of all the city officials.
Massive capacity building effort in urban transport sector involving training, experience sharing, manual and toolkit development, dissemination programs, reforms programs and hand-holding pilot cities in implementing high-impact sustainable projects.
The idea was to try and build a knowledge pool, learning database of India-specific, uniquely Indian experiences in urban transport, so that there was something specific to India and the India experience which existed, and these, if they were successful, could then be replicated in many other cities in the country. The bank was keen to participate in this process and has been contributing through bringing in best practices from all over the world, the best international and local experts, bringing in new ideas, designs, reform inputs, which hopefully will start showing on the ground over the next few years.
UNDP focuses on building capacities of urban local bodies and of state-level urban departments. It is these institutions and their officials and elected members who take key decisions which have a bearing on urban transport. We must be aware that urban transport is not purely about the transport sector. It is also about cities are planned, about how livelihood activities, about how economic sectors as well as residential areas are planned vis-a-vis each other. So when we talk about urban transport, we also expect the stakeholders to carefully take this into consideration when they're planning zones within each city and when they're planning to locate economic activity.
SUTP is funded by Global Environment Facility, World Bank, UNDP, Government of India and participating cities and states.
There is a massive program for training officers at state, city and national level, and also have a list trainers, about 100 trainers, which in future will be imparting training to urban transport planners at state and city level. This is a project where we had made quite a good progress, and this will continue till 2015 November. This project is not only for capacity building, it is also creating awareness amongst people for switching over to the public transport in view of the obvious benefits, advantages of this public transport.
Ministry of Urban Development through SUTP aims to make capacity building of institutions and individuals through long-term and short-term programs with the help of World Bank and UNDP for holistic and comprehensive planning at leadership level. Policy makers, planners and government officials operating in the field of urban transport at national, state and city level are invited to attend the trainings, which include self-study, workshops, mentoring sessions and study tours. At international level, 116 officers have been trained in this capacity building effort of SUTP at venues like LTS Singapore, Koti Seoul and CEPT Ahmedabad. At national level, a total of about 1450 officials have been trained through modules and toolkits and dissemination of these through workshops under the eminent coordinating efforts of Institute of Urban Transport. Currently, there are 5 demonstration cities where Sustainable Urban Transport project is being undertaken. They are Naya Raipur, Indore, Pimpri Chinchwad, Mysore and Hubli Dharwad. The project implementation unit in Naya Raipur is Naya Raipur Development Authority. The project includes a BRT system as well as non-motorized transport like cycle tracks and pedestrian walkways network for approximately 32 kilometers. Global Environment Facility supports the physical investments for the initial BRT corridors and for bikeways in Naya Raipur. Technical assistance for a transit-oriented development study, project management consultancy for intelligent transport system, monitoring and evaluation and regional mobility plan. The project implementation unit in Indore is Atal Indore City Transport Services Limited. The demonstration project supports in increasing the usage of public transport and the BRTS with the implementation of Intelligent Transport System, ITS and Automatic Fare Collection System. The project will help in improving efficiency, safety, cost effectiveness and reliability of public transport, providing incentive to shift from use of private vehicles to public transport. The project implementation unit in Mysore is Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation. The demonstration project supports sustainable urban transportation in Mysore by implementing an intelligent transport system ITS to improve bus operations and provide the commuters with online information. The project helps in improving efficiency, safety, cost effectiveness and reliability of public transport, providing incentive to shift from use of private vehicles to public transport. The project implementation unit in Pimpri Chinchwad is Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation. The demonstration project supports construction of 2 new road-cum-BRT corridors of 19 kilometers, passenger access to BRT stations, over and underpasses and improved at-grade crossings, ITS for enhancing BRT operations and providing BRTS infrastructure such as bus stations and training of PCMC staff. The project implementation unit in Hubli Dharwad is Hubli Dharwad BRTS Company Limited. The demonstration project aims at improving bus services in the twin cities of Hubli and Dharwad. The proposal includes implementation of a 22.3 kilometers BRTS consisting of the 11.8 kilometer long corridor between Hubli and Dharwad and extensions into the central districts of the 2 cities.
SUTP is safe, secured, hassle-free, comfortable, affordable means of transport.
It is innovative, it's ambitious, it's highly complex as we work with 6 different implementing agencies.
SUTP is something we should adopt in our lifestyle without any further delay.
Is an opportunity to build the capacities of urban local bodies so that they take decisions on urban transportation systems which serve the citizens first, economic activity second, and the environment third, so that we have sustainable human development.
SUTP is implementation of National Urban Transport Policy like a controlled nuclear reaction.
SUTP will usher in a modern and dynamic India.
With Sustainable Urban Transport Project, many cities have been able to build capacity for their officials in urban transport in line with National Urban Transport Project objectives. And many more are in pipeline for building capacity in sustainable urban transport.